I don't know, the thing, okay, now it's live. The thing always does this little bloop, 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 and I never know when it's actually begun. But hi, hello to the world and to the internet. We are here with another PITCH. It's not a bad word. Pitch. Woo. We have some new faces. I think everybody who is watching already knows me. Otherwise, how the fuck did you get here? Uh, so I would like to introduce Erin, who's, yeah, this is the direction. And then Talia, who folks know from book club. Folks know Talia from book club. So let's start with Erin. Let's get an intro from Erin and then Talia, and then we can hop into other things.
Hello, my name is Erin Fulmer, and I have my debut coming out in a couple months. And Kiri asked me on this show because I wouldn't shut up in the comments. So, and I couldn't type fast enough or put enough in the with the character limit. So now I did.
To be clear, I asked Erin here because Erin is kind of like my personal pitch MVP. So when I'm workshopping a pitch and I like drop it into the shared Discord server that we're all in, Erin is usually the one who responds like first and kind of helps me through some of my ideas first. And then I found that Erin is also incredibly useful for shit like synopses and query letters. I think that I've learned a lot from Erin about those things. And
it's much easier to do when it is somebody else's book.
It is. It is way easier to do when it's somebody else's book, for sure. But yeah, like I feel like I've learned so much from Erin. And then she was so active in the chat, like she said. The last time I felt like, let's cut out the middleman of the comment section and get straight to it.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are very excited to have you. Talia.
Hey. I still have a couple of WIPs up and running. Talia Shvari is a writer's name that I came up with because it's a sexy name. I'm a sexy person, and some things in life just make sense. I eat, love, pray, read, write, edit in Trinidad and Tobago, and yeah, I am here for my looks, and I'm occasionally useful.
I would like to add to that while Talia is certainly here for her good looks, I think that she's also, I mean, I can't call her the MVP because that's Erin for me. But Talia is my wife, right? She's my wife writer, and she's like a master at the AITA and TIFU type pitches. If you're doing a Reddit, yeah, if you're doing like a Reddit style pitch for like, am I the asshole today I effed up? Talia is your girl.
Talia also has really great pitch polishing skills.
Yes. I also find that Talia has been particularly she does the shine.
Yeah.
She does the shine. Yeah. But also I think that Talia is particularly good at getting super creative with how to put a pitch on something like Twitter, like the poll that you did.
Yeah.
For those who do not follow Talia, and I should probably figure out how to just like have a bot keep throwing your contact in the chat. I don't know. I'll do that manually at some point. But if you don't follow Talia on Twitter, after our last pitch stream, the sort of final thing that we were trying to work on or workshop was a fake query by Mia Tsai around a romance query letter, a fake romance query letter. And Talia's solution was a poll wherein there was an eggplant emoji versus a $sign emoji. And if you know, you know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's just, if you know, you know.
I kind of wanted to see, like, okay, like the purpose of a pitch is to generate interest. Like, hey, would you be interested in this? Right? And to me, romance, I'm gonna be a little bitchy about romance. It's they're always going to choose love over whatever. Otherwise, it wouldn't be romance. It would be like some other genre, and there's always going to be a happily ever after. So to get people interested in romance, because people buy, it's still a viable industry.
I mean, still, it's the most viable industry.
Viable of the industry. So not to knock that, but that means that the writers and so on, they have to be creative. It's like person A wants to have the coitus with the person B.
Wants to have the coitus.
Yeah.
What's
So to get, so it's like, okay, how would I make a pitch more interesting? And I thought maybe by getting people involved by voting, that would be, romance isn't everything. Yes. Like a
okay. Okay, sorry. People are like messaging to ask for the link, and Erin, I see you also trying to field those questions. So I've just been like, oh god, links, where to find them. We got a couple comments already in the chat. BL is here, bloop bloop, the robot. Romance isn't everything. That's something a robot would say, absolutely. And M. Harris says the coitus is my new favorite euphemism. I'm not sure it counts as a euphemism. Coitus is coitus, right?
Coitus is the actual. Yeah.
It's the action.
It's the technical term.
It is the technical term. So before we jump in, because like I feel like we've definitely jumped into what we did last time.
Right.
I wanted to share, and this is a great demonstration of how my excitement puts me ahead of myself all the damn time. Is that last time I did this, I had wanted to share this slide deck by Bethany Batiste, aka Story Sorcery, on Twitter. This is a fantastic deck, and I have the link that I have here is not the best link. There's a Dropbox link that the writer, the creator of the slide deck shared herself on her Twitter, so you can go find it. I will try to find it for you later and drop this link somewhere for people to see out in the world. But I felt that this slide deck was really fantastic. It was one of the places that I learned how to. Whoop. It looked like Talia was like smacking her webcam with the keyboard.
Yeah, because it's a rocking chair, so I have to lean forward, and it's.
Oh, I see.
Awkward.
I get you. Anyway, yeah. So this was a really great resource, I think, for anyone who is trying to learn how to write a pitch. And this is the memorable recipe that Bethany Batiste has. I don't know if she pronounces it Batiste or Baptiste or Baptist. I know that there are various ways to pronounce this word simply by the merit of being a Trinidadian, where we take words that other people in the word pronounce in one way and we decide, nah, that's not how it is be. So I'm just going to hope that I'm getting Bethany Batiste right. So her recipe for a memorable pitch is comp titles, actual pitch, and hashtags, right? This is how most people on Twitter in particular write their pitch. And in query letters, people who use a pitch in query letters will often use the comp titles and the actual pitch. Obviously, they don't use hashtags in a query letter. And if you do use your hashtags in a query letter, I have to ask why. Why are you doing this? I do not know why. But whatever. To each their own.
There's
only
one reason you would put your hashtags in a query letter.
Tell me.
And that is if an agent liked your pitch in a pitch party, you would then take your entire pitch, paste it into the query letter as is, as part of your intro, as part of your
That's
metadata.
Fair. That's fair. I think that's definitely a valid reason to include it. I guess I don't ever see that. Let me rephrase. I will see. So like if you use Query Manager, which is the only time that I've ever seen other people's queries really is through Query Manager. People put the link to the pitch in the reference. And they'll just mention in the body of their query letter that it's linked, or that you liked my DV thing and it's linked there. Some people do copy and paste the whole thing. But I do also know that depending on how your query letter is structured, that's taking up space that you don't want for like a one-page query. So yes, I've actually not really seen a lot of that. But
That's
that is a good
interesting
point.
because that is how it was essentially taught to me, is that was the way to query based on a pitch, like from Pitch Party. So it's good
But
to
that
know
makes
that there's
sense.
other ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, so maybe you can tell me whether this is right or wrong, but what I've heard is that it's the pitch part of your query that you really want to keep short, and your metadata doesn't really count towards that 250 word or whatever it is limit that you're supposed to have. I mean, obviously,
Sorry,
you don't want more
could
than
you
30.
repeat that? Mia distracted me on Discord. Mia!
Oh.
Jump in the comments, god damn it, Mia.
Tell her to get in here. Get in here. So I was just saying that in my understanding of query lengths, and this is getting into the weeds a little bit and off topic, but that only the pitch part, the actual summary of your plot, really counts towards that word limit.
That makes sense.
Of 250 or 350 or whatever it is. I mean, that also varies. So anyway.
Yeah. No, you're right though. Like, you're right though. That's probably all it is. I think for me, I mean, I'm not by any means ready to query right now as a writer. I have a lot of other like stuff going on, and I have a lot of other things to pay attention to before I get anywhere near finished for any of the novels that I have either outlined or ideated or whatever. But I feel already, like from the work that I've done, practicing queries and like helping others with queries, that I'm probably thank you, BL. I do try to help everyone else. This is true.
Yeah. That is true.
I feel that when it's time for me to write my query, I'm probably not going to put a pitch in my query. I'm probably going to go straight into my regular blurb. But yes, I think if I do something like maybe DB Pit or Pitman or one of those, I will likely just kind of copy it all the way over. Mia says I could if I knew how. Mia! Just type into the YouTube chat, or if you're on Twitch, type into the Twitch chat, or if you're on Facebook, type into the Facebook comments. It's not that hard, my love.
I think she has a pen name issue. So something I probably should have said in my intro is that my debut was picked up from a pitch contest.
Oh,
so I would have to look back at my query and see. I can't even remember, this was last year, so I don't remember whether or not I did that copy paste into my query. But the other thing is that some agents, of course, don't use Query Manager, although I don't know why they don't do that, because it seems like it would be so much easier.
Right.
But I will have to look back, because it is how I have been taught, is that you copy paste the pitch into your query.
I definitely think that makes sense if you're not using Query Manager. Like if I'm sending this by email, I would definitely copy the whole pitch. If I'm sending this in some other way, probably. I think the only reason that the Query Manager people manage to get away from it is because there's a link, there's a place to put how you like, especially if agents are especially if agents are closed to queries. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if everybody does this, but I have also taken to changing up my query that I put in Query Manager, because other parts of my query will be repeated in the rest of the Query Manager form, or the query, not Query Manager for me. I guess it is Query Manager when you're submitting, but I see a different side of it than you do. But since the metadata and things like that get stated in other parts of the form, I typically adjust my query so I'm not necessarily repeating all of that.
That makes sense.
So, but this is not a query stream, so we should talk about pitches.
That's true. We should move on to more.
I'm getting into the weeds already.
It's okay.
I am absorbing all of this because I am manifesting that by the end of the year, I'm going to be needing to send some queries out.
Yes, I am there for that. Okay. The only thing that I want to add to this part of the slide is the comp title part. If you have watched this before, you know that I don't give a shit about comp title. Now, let me be clear about this. I think that in a Twitter pitch or any pitch where you're posting it on such a platform where you have limited characters, I think personally that it's okay to drop comp titles and not have them. I also think that there are other agents. I say other agents, I'm not an agent yet, but there are agents out there who don't care about comp titles, right? I do think that if we're coming back to the query thing, I do think that you should have comp titles in your query.
I think that comp titles are a good way to bring attention to your pitches in a pitch party and distinguish yourself potentially. Because I know that obviously I'm not an agent, but I'm always looking to see what books I might want to read when people are pitching. And one of the things I do that will make me think that I'm interested in something is looking at the comp titles. But obviously I don't know what the agent perspective on that is at all.
I do know that there are agents who agree. There are agents who are like, no, comp titles, great, need, brr. And then the agents who are like, comp titles take up a lot of characters.
Yeah.
You don't need them. And I do agree that it can make you stand out. Like when I'm looking, because I don't participate in pitch parties right now, obviously, but I do lurk, because lurking on pitch parties is how I found so many of my good writer friends, like Erin.
Pitch parties are a great way to make writer friends.
They are. Yeah. And I definitely think that when I scroll past something with like comp titles that really hit me in the gut, I'm always like, I love this, and I haven't even read the pitch yet. I'm just like, look at those comp titles, take my money.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely draws attention if you're hitting somebody's favorites, essentially. But I wouldn't say that it's necessary. I just think that it is something to consider putting into your pitch as a way of finding your audience.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Or helping your audience
love what you're working on.
Yeah. I think but so my issue with comp titles, why I personally don't use them in the pitch though, is because all of the books that I have pitches for, the comp titles are too damn long and not so I wouldn't say that they're not well known, but they're not at the point where they've been reduced to their letters. Like if I wrote ASOIF or IAF or whatever.
Yes,
Right, exactly. See? And there are a couple other acronyms out there where it's just like, oh yes, I know what that is. But I don't know, my comps aren't like that. Right now my comp titles are Witches Steeped in Gold. That's a very long title, sir. And Pacific Rim. And I could abbreviate that as PAC Rim. But I can't abbreviate it as PR. People are going to be like, your book comes to public relations? What? It's going to be very, so it doesn't, I don't think it works out all that well for everyone. And that's kind of why I do that. So we've got a couple comments. Biel says, pitching scares me. A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACTR. Right. So yeah, these are great examples. And if you're comping to one of these books, Mecca. Yeah, I mean, I could just throw Mecca in there. Maybe I could put something like Witches Steeped in Gold with Mecca. I don't know. That might be just as many. But yeah, so I think that comp titles definitely give you a bit. They definitely add flavor and information, but I'm not so convinced that you need them for your pitch. I definitely think you should have them in your query letter. Absolutely no questions asked. And it's the reason I think you should have them in your query letter are all the things on this slide by Bethany Batiste. A comp title is short for comparison or comparative title. It will also eventually become your competitive title. So like a title that you're potentially in competition with, should you be picked up. It's a short way to describe your book. It will help identify themes, tropes, sales, or genres that are similar to your book. And you should have at least one, preferably two. I think two is a really good number.
Right.
Unless an agent actually is asking for three. I applied to a mentorship that specifically asked for 3 comparable books when I applied. And so I needed 3 comp titles, essentially, right? So I'm going to bypass all of this stuff on like picking comp titles and all of that because I am not going to bother with them, mostly because we're also writing pitches from prompts and stuff, and we have no idea what this book is going to be like. So we can't come up with a calm title for a book that doesn't exist. So I'm going to go straight to the how do I write a pitch part. And for anybody who was watching last time, this is basically how we did it, right? This is basically how we started writing pitches from the prompts that we used. Is how can I describe the world, whether it's internal or external? How do I describe the character? How can I describe obstacles? And how can I describe the stakes? So I'm going to pause here so that we can shift to creating a prompt. And let's see if we can actually generate a prompt using, oh my goodness. I love how me just gesticulating wildly on screen makes this thing think that I'm walking. It's like, yes, 700 steps today, Kier. Good job.
A workout is a workout, no matter how you work out the workout.
And I will say, I think that in response to the comment that pitching is scary, I think that a lot of people feel that way. And I think that, I mean, that's what we're here to do, is kind of take some of the fear out of it. But one of the best ways to get through that is by throwing your hat in the ring and trying it out.
Yeah.
What makes
so I would encourage anybody who has a finished book who they're considering querying to try out a pitch party. I think that even if you don't end up getting a lot of agent interest, I know some of them have gotten super crowded lately, like PitMad has. So it can be hard to get attention, but it's a great way to make connections. And writing a pitch is a great way to both assess kind of your query readiness, and also to even troubleshoot anything that might be off in your book, because I've definitely tried to craft a pitch and realized that part of my issue was that there was a problem with the book. Not a problem necessarily, but something that I hadn't clarified, stakes that weren't clear, things like that.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
That's my little pitch party.
No, but
as a pitch party success story, I guess, I will say that it has been a positive experience overall. It can get really overwhelming, but it can be really, really fun.
But I think that is really great advice. Like, I know I'm not ready. I don't have a book ready to pitch, but do you know what I have been doing? I've been doing things like mock pits.
Yeah, I think that is a really great idea, even if you aren't ready to start submitting. And I certainly would say, do not pitch in a pitch party. I've seen people do this, and it always makes me cringe. Do not pitch in a pitch party if you do not have a book that's ready, that's ready. Please don't do that.
That's a recipe for disaster.
You're going to put yourself in a really difficult position if you do end up getting interest, and you could. So
yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. Absolutely. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because people don't realize, but agents do remember names.
Yeah.
If you pitch a book that's not ready and you send somebody likes your pitch and then you send it to the agent and the book is absolute trash, they're gonna see you when you query later on, and depending on how bad your work was, they may or may not decide. They'll probably read it. Nobody's an asshole. We don't want to make that assumption. But people will remember, oh yeah, this was the one who did so and so back then. Well, it's been 2 years now, so maybe they're a different person. Versus it's been 3 months. I don't know if I should even bother opening this query. I'm going to look at it because it's my job, but I already have a bias here.
Yeah, you're kind of in a
You've made a bad.
It's an unprofessional move to pitch something as if you're ready to send it out when you're not. So I mean, obviously there's no pitch party police. Nobody is going to come and say, "Hey, I saw you do this thing," but people do notice. So remember that publishing is a small world, and
absolutely
people know each other and people talk. So you are representing yourself to the world. That's kind of, I feel like maybe that's contradictory to don't be scared and do it, but I do feel like it's a good idea to remember that you are representing yourself in a professional context. in that contest.
Orme says, I love how Erin keeps us coming back to the topic. She's now essential to future streams. I agree, honestly. And Harris says, if agents request from a pitch, do they usually request queries, partials, or fulls? That's a really good question. And the best way to answer that is to actually take a look at the agent's Twitter profile themselves or see what their instructions are in Query Manager.
I think that it's usually partials. I don't know that I've seen too many.
I've seen a couple who ask for fulls. I've seen.
I think it's dependent on the agent, and it's not necessarily dependent on the agent, but it's dependent on the relationship. I've seen the same agent request partials, and I've seen agents request fulls.
But then that might be that. I don't think that necessarily has anything to do with your relationship to the.
No. What I'm saying is that the agent will be the one that will tell you what it is they want. And if you are unsure, you can either ask them directly or DM them if their DMs are open.
Yeah, and if the DMs aren't open, you can tag them in a question or like respond to. So like most of them will put on their Twitter profile, they'll make a tweet that says, "Hey, I'm participating in blah blah today. If I heard your tweet, do query me in this particular way," and that it will say full or partial. Or query letter or whatever.
And they'll normally pin their they will pin that tweet, like what they want you to do. They'll pin that tweet. So when you go to their profile, you will see what to do next.
Yeah, and you can always reply to that message to be like, hey, do you want me to do X or do you want me to do Y if it's not clear? Or do I follow your regular query instructions? Like, what do I do? So
I would definitely say don't be afraid to ask questions. In fact, that is part of my pitch party story is that I had a book that was longer than what the guidelines for my publisher or my editor actually were. So, I just replied to her tweet and was like, hey, this book is X number of words. Do you still want to see it? And she said yes. So don't be afraid to ask. I think that there's a lot of feelings when you're a writer who's starting out about not wanting to approach agents or editors and kind of putting them up on a pedestal. But it can, not only does it help you, kind of know what they're looking for and not be as uncertain, but it can also start to establish a relationship. So it's almost an opportunity in cases like that.
I didn't even think of it in terms of that, like that establishment of a relationship. But that is
right.
I mean, obviously don't slide into their DMs if they don't invite you to do that. But I think that it always helps to engage. Social media engagement will always put you at the forefront of somebody's mind too. Don't overdo it, but definitely don't be afraid to ask questions if you have them.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, awesome. Okay, we've been talking about like all of these things for like half an hour now, and I know that folks watching came here to see us make some pitches, bitches.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah, let's do the thing. Okay,
let's pitch,
so
bitch.
I'm gonna try a complex prompt from the Story Engine deck, which basically means, so the example prompt that they have here, right? Basically, we've got two characters, 1 and 2, and their story is intertwined with their different motivations and conflicts, but those things influence each other. A lot of my best story ideas are from the Circle of Fate prompt, and I love it to pieces. So let's see how it goes. First, we have to draw a character 1. So I'm going to bloop, 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 bloop. Yes, that's me making robot noises now. Why? Nobody knows. Kids just making sounds. Just making sounds. Okay. So we've got. I'm actually gonna stop the screen share for a moment just so that people can see what these cards say. So a kingpin, a tyrant, a scoundrel, and a villain.
I'm feeling this scoundrel.
I like scoundrel too. I was gonna say scoundrel.
It
Okay,
feels
so
kind of morally gray, and we can play with that.
to be fair, I think all of them have the opportunity to be morally gray, but I do like scoundrel as well.
Who doesn't
So
love a scoundrel?
it's true. A scoundrel with a heart of gold is like my favorite trope. Yeah, the rogue with a heart of gold. That's my thing. Maybe I'm the rogue with a heart of gold. I don't know if Brendan is watching, but he can tell you. So okay, so we get to draw 2 engines, and then 2 conflicts and choose one. So bleep bloop bloop again, and we're gonna do the bottom card and the top card for these engines, and we've got wants to end. Okay, let's start with the ones at the bottom. Wants to unleash the divine wrath of something. Wants to get revenge with or on something. And then
Okay.
the top of them, I'm just going to flip
Flip.
it over to get reading easy. Wants to outwit a god with the help of, wants to end a conflict with. So what does the scoundrel want? I
I
kind of
think
like,
that the scoundrel would either be that wanting to outwit a god or the wanting revenge, but I like wanting to outwit a god. That's
Yeah, I
like
was
very
just about to say
scoundrel
that.
vibe.
so that's
Yeah.
precisely where my brain is at as well. I love it. Okay. So wants to outwit a god. I'm loving it. Okay, we gotta choose a conflict now. Conflict. Whoop, whoop. My Discord is popping off so hard. Is that like Mia yelling to us in chat? Okay, what is she
Because we should
saying?
combine the god and the revenge.
Okay. We can. This can be done.
Why not?
Let me take the card back up. We have opportunity though. It's not like these cards will go away forever or anything. We can use that some like in other ways. All right, conflicts. So our conflicts are, but an unethical corporation will gain a monopoly, but they will live the rest of their life on the run, but they will lose part of their humanity,
Whoa.
but they must give up the source of their power.
I think life on the run sounds like a fit to me, but I'm open to other possibilities.
That sounds like a fit to me as well.
It sounds fit, but I am liking.
I kind of into the humanity one because this is a scoundrel who wants to outwit a god, potentially for revengeful purposes.
Yeah.
So they might need to power up and lose some of their humanity in the process.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that vibe.
Okay.
What do you think? Yeah? Okay.
Because,
So
I mean, how are you on a run from a god? How do you run from a god, really?
I mean, we don't know if they're on the run from a god. They might be on the run from something else entirely. And I
A
also
god's cult.
absolutely put, yeah. And the god's cult might be, I don't know, an entire system in which they live. Right? Could be. Okay. Now I think that we go to the next character. So we get to pick the other side of this coin now, right? BL says be suitable. Sir. Okay. Let's pick from the middle. All right. So this is a performer, an understudy, an actor, and a scam artist.
Scam artist.
A scam artist and a scoundrel. I like it. Yeah. What do you think, Erin? Are you
Well,
good with that?
or do we want a contrast between the scoundrel and someone else? So what were the options again?
Well, we could. How many did I pick? I only picked like one, but we could pick like 2.
I agree that the scam artist seems to fit. My
Okay.
writer brain says that I like having contrasting
No.
characters.
You were right. This would otherwise just be a story of like deeply
I
morally
think
gray.
the other card, not the one with the actor and the understudy. The other one you're holding.
Let's see what
An
this is.
oracle, a
A
godchild,
pilgrim, a godchild,
god.
a messenger of the. Ooh.
Yeah,
That's an
I
interesting
pulled
possibility.
this card. Yeah, I'm thinking that this might actually be better.
Yeah,
than
that's
a
a
scam
better
artist.
I mean, all of those sound good, but maybe I'm interested in the oracle. I think that would make an interesting combination.
I was thinking about the oracle or the messenger of the gods, but I feel like they can be the same.
True.
So I'm okay with
Yeah.
either one. So the oracle. Okay. Discord is quiet now, and now I'm concerned. All right, so let's pick our motivation again. Let's see. To be fair, this is a great. We could give our oracle a desire for revenge.
Oh.
And we can also
An oracle who wants revenge and the scoundrel who wants to outwit the god join forces.
Right? But then, so I pulled another card since I'm supposed to pick 2 fresh ones. Let's just pick 1 fresh one. This is wants to defeat. So this will ultimately be like wants to defeat the scoundrel.
Is this for the second character?
Yeah, this is for the oracle. Yeah. Technically, I'm supposed to get 2 fresh cards for the oracle. So let me pick a second fresh card. And so the fresh cards for the oracle would be the oracle wants to defeat or wants to find peace with. And alternatively, it's the oracle wants to restore former glory with the help of, or wants to follow a path leading to.
Well, I think that wants to defeat fits more with the rest of our.
What we have already.
Yeah. So this one would be basically wants revenge or wants to end a conflict, and I think that the wants to defeat works really well for that. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Conflict time. Gotta pick 2 conflicts. Okay, I don't like to fall out of my hand, so I'm just gonna grab 2 before that happens. Okay, so the conflicts are wow, but they do not meet the terms of the prophecy.
Ooh.
It's writing itself.
We're writing a chosen one, sans chosen one.
Right? But it will. I'm trying to get this to focus.
Mean the sacrifice of someone or something innocent.
Ooh, that's
that fits with the scoundrel losing part of their humanity.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Let's say they don't know that's what they're gonna.
But the scoundrel isn't innocent, though.
Yeah, but they might need
to
sacrifice someone who's important to them who is.
It will put someone in a. It will put someone innocent in the crossfire.
Oh.
But it will draw the attention of the government.
I don't think the government is very convincing.
Unless it's a theocratic government.
I'm more interested in the sacrifice or what was the other one?
It will
swirling.
mean the sacrifice of someone or something innocent. And it will put someone innocent in the crossfire.
Or they don't meet the terms of the prophecy.
They don't meet the terms of the prophecy. So this is interesting. I'm gonna test out how this.
We need to put it in the document because we've reached the point of number of aspects that are no longer fitting in my brain. So
that's fair. So let's type this. Let's type this in as we go now. The prompt that we're at is a scoundrel wants to outwit a god with the help of an oracle, but they will live the rest of their life on the run. And then this is an oracle wants to defeat a scoundrel, but they do not meet the terms of the prophecy, or someone or something innocent will either be sacrificed or put into the crossfire.
Oh, the oracle is the antagonist? I missed that.
I think that
I thought they were taking that.
Well, that's the thing. With the circle of fate prompt system, you can decide that they are doing whatever you want. Like either they can be opposing each other, and you can choose your prompts and engines, not your prompts and engines, your conflicts and engines or motivations accordingly. Or one could be trying to team up with the other, and the other one is set to betray them. Or like you could do whatever you want. But essentially, what I like about this is that you get to decide who's the antag and who's the protag. And
I like the oracle wanting to defeat the scoundrel because it goes against the idea that because it's an oracle and therefore messenger of God, that they are inherently good, whereas they're doing something that is bad. You know what I mean? If to put it in black and white terms.
That's fair. What I like about this is that the scoundrel wants the help of the oracle, but the oracle wants to defeat the scoundrel. So for me, that creates a conflict there for the oracle, who will eventually have to decide, do I want to really defeat the scoundrel like, I don't know, I'm supposed to? Or do I want to throw down with the scoundrel so that and because I like that, I'm really liking this they do not fit the prophecy thing.
Yeah.
So
Only
like,
Bad says if they don't sacrifice an innocent, they won't meet the terms of the prophecy.
I'm okay with this combo up of.
I am
Of the
fine
things.
with it. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna drop it in pitch things. Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
If you can copy it, sure. But I'm gonna type it in
It's not
because we also missed the revenge thing. We didn't add. Hold on. Let me add it. Let me add it. Once, what was the other one? Wants to unleash divine wrath. No. It was something about revenge. There was a card about revenge. I can't remember. We've lost it. Whatever. Defeat the scoundrel. But if they don't sacrifice an innocent, yes. Okay. Sorry, it bothers me. No. Why did that happen? Okay, so now this is our prompt. We can change this prompt however we want because that's how this thing works. You don't have to stick to anything that's actually generated. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm going to put all the cards back so that should a cat decide to appear, they don't like knock all the cards off of here. And I lose them. Okay. So
here. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, is one of your cats also present?
The cat.
Wait. Let me embiggen you.
You can't really get focused. She just has this very like.
I love her. It's okay.
Cat distraction.
We love ourselves a kitty cat. Okay. All right, y'all. So this is it. This is the thing. Now, according to Bethany Batiste's PowerPoint, these are the questions that we ask now. We can also totally ignore this and just do our own thing, which worked perfectly fine last time. So I like to start by naming these people, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like my thing is that I always want to have, the character's role and then a descriptor of the character, or descriptor scoundrel or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do my favorite thing. Head over to name generator.
Okay. So then, while you name generate, I'll put the role. So it would be name and then, okay, well, hold on. I think I wrote this formula maybe a little bit weirdly. So name, right?
Name, character description, role, I think.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot.
Like
Troy, Heather, Gracie, Evie, Tiffany.
Let's go with Troy. Troy sounds like a scoundrel.
So Troy. And then like a notorious scoundrel or something like that, or
Scoundrel.
A professional scoundrel. I
A
like
professional scoundrel. I like that.
Why does he want to outwit this god?
Is it for revenge like we talked about, or
Why not? It could be whatever we want. Maybe the god who stole his immortality.
I feel like that goes against, if he's going to lose his humanity later, that feels like a...
But that might be the whole thing, is that now that he's immortal, he's got his humanity, and now he has to give up his humanity to gain his immortality again.
Interesting.
Okay, let's just move.
Okay, I am reading Gift of the Forgotten Conflicts.
What about Forgotten Conflicts, Talia?
The various types of conflicts, man versus man, man versus self, etc. And the forgotten conflict is man versus God.
Right.
Right.
What if the prophecy is part of what he wants to outwit?
Mia is... I think I missed this, but it looks like... Hold on. Can we combine God and revenge? Okay, so Mia says a scoundrel wants revenge on a god because said god caused their partner to die, and getting revenge means they have to outwit the god and get the god's special MacGuffin and cause the god to lose power. Very epic fantasy. This is my shit. The my shit is both me and Mia speaking.
So outwit the god who killed their partner.
Okay, so let's do that. To outwit the god. Should we just like, who wants revenge? You can type straight into the doc though. Like you can mess with anything here. Just copy and paste it straight in so that folks can see the brain process of the think he thinks. I really want cookies, y'all.
Cookies.
I appreciate this is a random, but I really want cookies. Who killed their partner? Oh yeah, I forgot you have more than one monitor, Erin. That's very useful. It's very useful that you have multiple monitors. What's out with the god who killed their partner?
Okay, Onway Too Bad has excellent idea as well. Troy, professional scoundrel, has lost his luck to the god of arrogance.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. We gotta backtrack because I've had the other window open and I've missed a bunch of pretty interesting comments. So Troy, professional scoundrel. M. Harris wants to know, is Troy a hero or an anti-hero? I think we're trying to figure that out right now. So we do not have an answer for you.
But we feel like anti-hero is the obvious answer, but it could definitely go a different way depending on if this is a god of arrogance, it implies that we have more of a hero scoundrel on our hands.
That's true. And Omi Tubad says he would have to discover humanity is worth keeping instead of like that. I think this was in reference to that immortality mention. Troy Professional Scoundrel has lost his luck to the god of arrogance. That's pretty cool. Whatless says, I thought the stream was tomorrow. We do have a stream. Well, we have two streams. This stream is today. Tomorrow is our book club stream where we talk about Redemptor. So this stream today is not about a book that we've read. This is actually another pitch workshop stream where we are trying to come up with a pitch for the prompt we came up with. So this Whatless right here, this is the prompt that we generated using the story engine. I'm gonna have to start talking to Peter about commissions, right? Because like I pimp the story engine deck out all the time. It's like one of my favorite tools as a writer.
Put it in your bio on Twitter.
I might
just do it and say, and your pinned tweet is, "Can I get commissions?"
I'll see. We'll need to have like a special code or something. I have no idea how anybody's gonna be able to tell that they bought it for through me. like lots of lead links. I don't know. That makes no sense. Anyway, it's fine. I don't think that I sell enough to make commissions worth it. Maybe one day, who knows? Anyway, so this is the prompt we came up with. And this is we're working on developing a pitch from that prompt. So right now we've got a professional scoundrel, Troy, wants to outwit the god who killed their partner by stealing their source of power. Ooh.
So I want to share, because I have a slightly different pitch recipe, which is blank character must do blank, for this reason. And if they fail, stakes is essentially.
Right. So this is reason / motivation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So character, oops, am I writing this properly? Character must do goal, I guess that's what this is. Sorry, the cat is typing now. Okay, all right. Must do goal for reason or motivation, but if they fail stakes. Yeah, good. This is an easy enough formula to follow. So maybe character plus description. So a professional scoundrel Troy wants to outwit the god who killed their partner by stealing their source of power. But if they fail,
or it doesn't necessarily have to be if they fail, but essentially what the stakes are, what terrible thing is going to happen. So you could potentially say, it could be the opposite. You could flip it and say, but if they succeed, they lose their humanity or something. But they must sacrifice an innocent, blah, blah,
yes,
blah.
Yes, that's true. But they must, okay, so hold on.
Yeah, so essentially like goal, motivation, conflict.
Yeah.
Stakes.
Got it. Makes sense. Is the I don't know, Whatless, are you still seeing us on Twitch? And yes, you can absolutely make a suggestion. You can type it in the chat. We can copy and paste it over. Or you can type it in the chat and copy and paste it.
Let me just check Twitch.
Okay. No.
That says it's back.
They said it's back.
Yeah.
Why not make the scoundrel a woman? Since most times when people think of a scoundrel, they think about a guy.
I love a lady scoundrel.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I feel like Troy could be either.
Yeah, like this is a simple fix to
Tiffany, mistress of mischief.
No, this is the god stealing their source of power.
What about Tiffany?
I don't know that I don't know if I could take a professional scoundrel named Tiffany seriously. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But that is exactly what helps her. That's why she's such an excellent.
I like Troy. Let's just make Troy a unisex name.
Also, Troy, fewer characters.
TROI, Troy.
Like Diana?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do that. Sure. So professional scoundrel Troy wants to outwit the god who killed her partner by stealing their source of power. But if she succeeds, so this will become she succeeds. If we're making her like full-on woman as opposed to like preference to they them pronouns.
If she succeeds, she'll live the rest of her life on the run.
I don't know if y'all are hearing this, but Mushroom is like yelling at me.
I heard that. I heard a squeak. And then, so now we need to add
feminizing. This is about the Y. Okay, we'll put the Y back. Let's do the Y.
I like the Troy because you can look at it and not be too sure. Are you speaking about a man or a woman?
To be fair, I am very into it because Karen is a boy's name.
I really like names that could be either. So now we need to do the Oracle side. Yeah.
Yes.
Make the oracle a man.
Mia, listen to me. I know you're watching. Okay, I'm going to send you the link to just freaking get live on here with us because you are writing whole pitches in Discord right now. Okay, I'm just going to send you this link. God damn it, Mia. Obviously you don't have to join, but like, why not? Okay, Jesus Christ. Whole ass pitches are in Discord right now. I'm gonna copy these pitches that Mia wrote in Discord, apropos of nothing. While the rest of us are like catching ass over here. Trying to pitch something. Marcella. Wait, I didn't finish the second one.
Okay.
Where is she messaging you?
She's messaging in Discord. Yes, Mushimush. Yes, my love. Do you want to play? Do you want? Okay, fetch. Let's go. Come on. Go get it.
Okay.
No?
10 years ago, Marcella, a scoundrel and spy, lost her partner after the patron god of actors and thieves turned his face away during a ritual prayer. Now, freshly freed from prison, Marcella has sworn to steal the heart of the sea, which will grant her enough power to resurrect her dead partner. Ooh.
I'm copying the next one.
This is very Jack Sparrow.
It is pretty Jack Sparrow.
We love a female Jack Sparrow character.
We do. Yes, it is.
To do that, she must infiltrate. So this is more of a query. So we need to. Our challenge, if we choose to accept it, is to refine this down into a Twitter pitch. To do that, she must infiltrate the god's favorite acting troupe, which performs once a year at the theater at the top of the world. The troupe requires several things: a flawless command of the god's holy plays, a binding ceremony to the god, and a promise to defend the heart of the sea with her life. So she's going to have to break her oath.
Mia is the greatest. Mia's like, oh, you need a pitch. Sorry, hold on.
Full query letter.
Right? Mia is the queen of the fake pitch.
And the fake
her
query.
Ability to create these out of thin air, and then we all want to read the book is...
I think Mia's
it's a superpower.
Her next book.
Mia is also cleanly aware that I have sent her the link so that she can jump into this live workshop with us, but I don't think she's going to. Mia, stop being a chicken. Get on here with us, Mia. Okay. Ma'am Harris says, I think it should be her partner in crime rather than her romantic partner.
Yeah, I think it could. I think it could be read either way.
Yeah,
I like partners in crime.
When Mia is saying, I'm thinking, I don't know if she means I'm thinking about whether or not to come on live.
She's thinking about the pitch, unfortunately.
For what Mia is someone else on our Discord server.
Mia is another writer. This is Mia Sai. In fact, Talia is already on here with us.
I'm Talia.
I'm gonna drop a couple Twitter links in here for y'all because it's y'all really need to get on to Mia et al. So this is Mia's.
I like that spelling of Talia though. I might adopt that.
This is Mia's. Oops.
For a different genre. I like that spelling of Talia.
Okay. This is Mia's. That's Mia's Twitter. And then
That's okay. That's fine. But like I said, I liked your spelling of it. I'm gonna definitely be using it. You spelled it right, just not for me. I might use it for a character though. So, like I said, I really like that spelling.
The PowerPoint, the slide deck that we were showing earlier is by Story Sorcery, aka Bethany Batiste, or rather Bethany Batiste, aka Story Sorcery. I don't know which one she goes by first, or preferably. And then you've definitely got to follow Erin, who is our pitch MVP, and I'm hearing Twitter popping off, which means that Mia is talking the shit. She's saying things, I'm certain.
We're talking about the relationship between Marcella and her partner, whether or not it is partner in crime or romantic partner or secret option.
Mia, just get on here and talk about the things.
Unrequited
just on here and talk about the real life things. Okay, jeez. What is happening right now? I'm like, there's so much going on, and nobody knows what's going on except for the people who are looking at Discord.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I think errands are also. So at this point, I have shared links for Mia, links for Erin, and links for Bethany Batiste, who, full disclosure, Bethany Batiste has no idea who I am. I just found her slide deck for writing a pitch.
Her pitch slide deck is really great.
Yeah, her pitch slide deck is really fantastic. And so...
Oh, yeah, we need the Oracle in there. Oh, sorry, I'm going after... I need to stop. We need to stop enabling the folks on Discord and get them to come comment.
It's true. M. Harris, get your ass back into the YouTube commentary, okay?
I do think Margaret said that she was having connection issues due to weather.
Oh, I see. I know that was an issue for Twitch for a while. But basically what's happening now is Margaret and Mia are in Discord.
We have a side discussion going on.
Yeah, happening in Discord. Totally unfair to the people who are watching. and I do not have access to this, but it's fine. We can push on. We can keep doing this thing. I do really think though that like this here what Mia does with the fake query, it actually helps. It helps to not aim for the character count right away and just like get a story on the page. And then from that, if you develop, you could pull a pitch out. I think that's actually often a little bit easier. Especially if you're having trouble with something like, say, clarifying your stakes, then you know something is wrong with your pitch, because if the stakes aren't clear in your query, then it's not clear in your pitch, right? And vice versa. So let's see. I guess it's Marcella now, not Troy. Fuck it. No, it's going to be Troy. I'm changing this to Troy. I like Troy.
Marcella can be the name of the Oracle, perhaps.
Yes, this is good. I like this. Troy, and then we need... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we don't know what's going on with the Oracle. I think that's perhaps what Mia was talking about when she said she didn't finish the second one. Is that there's nothing on here about the Oracle.
I think that's interesting if the partner is also the Oracle.
Okay, so the troop requires several things. No. Troop requires several things. A flawless command of the god's holy plays, which the oracle would know. A binding ceremony to the god, which again the oracle would be aware of. And a promise to defend the heart of the sea, all of which the oracle would be very much aware of. Which is why the
but
oracle...
this is supposed to be the scoundrel.
Scoundrel. Right. So this is how they come into contact, because that is who is going to be Troy's training mentor, so trainer/mentor, right? Because the oracle would have access to all of this knowledge, right?
What if the innocent to be sacrificed is the scoundrel after all?
Yeah.
And the oracle knows what's happening, knows the scoundrel will die in this pursuit, but in doing so will fulfill a prophecy for the oracle to become whatever all-powerful oracle they're trying to become.
Yeah. So in other words, their goals, their short-term goals align, right? And then they will diverge because obviously Troy doesn't want to die, but Marcella needs Troy to die.
The Oracle has already. Mia, at this point, you're speaking in like half fragments. I have no idea. Do you want me to copy edit the rest of the paragraph? Is that what you're trying to do? What are you? I don't. Mia, God damn it, just get on here with us. This is driving me crazy. There are too many things to look at. I'm on Discord. I'm on the Google Doc. I'm checking the comments.
You know what you could do, Kier? You could give her the Google Doc and get her to type it in.
Oh, I will do that. I will send the Google Doc link to you. I will send the Google Doc link to Mia. Oh. Okay, hold on, Mia. I'm sending you a link to the Google Doc and you can type directly on it. Right. Also, the first link I sent you, Mia, the StreamYard link, if you want to get on here and just be live with us, that's how you do it. I love how Mia is immediately like, Google Doc. Like she told me, thank you for sending the Google Doc link before I sent it. Harris says, maybe the partner is also the Oracle. We haven't got the Oracle in there yet. If you're a scoundrel, a partner in scoundrelry who's able to predict the future would be a great asset. Yes, I do think that makes sense. But the Oracle wants to defeat the scoundrel. Oh my goodness. Just words appearing. So many words appearing. The Oracle wants to defeat the scoundrel, but if they don't sacrifice an innocent, they won't meet the terms of the prophecy. So if the Oracle is the partner, whether in crime or otherwise, why or how is this, why are they doing the thingy thing? I do not know. Also, just to make sure that everybody is following everybody, this is Talia. This is her social business.
Social business.
Okay, good.
So this is the chillest pitch stream ever because like now we just need to sit back and watch Mia type. Like
we'll just let her do our work for us.
Yeah.
We'll just provide live commentary.
I'm gonna read Onway Too Bad's comment. I'm at the point where I think this is a collaborative group written series rather than a how to write a pitch stream, and I would want to read this. I would.
I think that the big part of the reason for that is so many of us sitting right now in this chat / in this Google Doc are epic fantasy heads.
Yeah, I'm a recent convert to the urban fantasy genre.
Yeah, but I think this is epic. I don't think this is urban.
Yeah, I would definitely say epic fantasy
epic.
Or potentially. For some reason, I'm going with science.
Mia, I love you, Mia. I love you so much. Should we use a steampunk game generator to get Marcella? Actually, steampunk fantasy would suit this very, very well. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit of like a science fantasy type, and steampunk could fit that too. I do want. We talked about last time we were able to live workshop some pitches on stream too, and I would love to have a chance to do that if anybody brought their pitches.
Yeah, if anybody does have a real life pitch that you're trying to workshop, maybe for PitMat or something coming up, just drop it in the chat, or you could also drop it if you happen to share a Discord with one of us. You can drop it
or
in there.
on Twitter. You could always.
Who was it in
you can link
I'm
us.
going through the comments again. Somebody said that they were afraid of pitches and that they were halfway through.
BL.
M. Harris.
That was
M. Harris.
our
Are you still there, M. Harris?
Oh, M. Harris as well. I know BL also said that they were afraid of pitches.
Right. M. Harris has like a three. They've done most of the work for their book, but they haven't done the second. They haven't edited the second half. But
yes, M. Harris, I do want your pitch if you are willing to share it.
Give us that pitch anyway, and we will workshop that.
And in the meantime,
let's try to whip up a pitch for this though while we're at it.
while we're waiting for that, because we've been here for an hour and we have no pitch. It's been a fun ride though. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing it out. Okay, so we want to condense this, which is basically a query, into a pitch. So professional scoundrel Troy wants to outwit the god who killed her partner by stealing their source of power. But if she succeeds, they look the rest of the right. So I guess we wanted to say that we want her to use she, her pronouns. Since we want her to be like, I don't know, more femme. I don't know. Even
So I would say, so I'm gonna steal this and then I'm gonna noodle with it and then I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay. She must infiltrate the gods. I honestly think that what we really need to do is stick this Oracle BS in there because we're still missing an entire character from. Alternatively, we do a pitch for Troy and a pitch for the Oracle.
Because I think you get 3 pitches, so you can do it from either one. So you have 3 perspectives you can do it from. You can do one dual perspective in a single pitch, or you can do Troy's perspective and then Marcella's perspective.
If you guys can, Talia, if you can copy and paste M. Harris's pitch from the YouTube chat into the doc, you could do it under this stuff here. Like under here somewhere.
Yeah.
Just do it without. Oh my god.
Ew! What is happening here?
That is not what we wanted to do. Undo. Okay, hold on. Here, what? I'm Harris. Could you just like DM me on Discord? I think whatever's happening right now. Yeah. What, Les? I don't know what you're apologizing for. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. I know what I did now.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I got it. I figured it out.
Okay. All right. Good. Do you have the rest of it? M. Harris says that it is over 200 characters. And we get up to 280, I think, characters for Twitter is what we get. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Do you have it? Because I have the whole thing here now.
Yeah, I posted it.
Okay. Let me. I think the hashtags and stuff are missing. Hold on. Let me do. There we go. Oops.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, how many characters is this? Tools. Ooh, word count. 278 characters.
And we haven't put in com titles yet.
No, these are the com titles at the top here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right.
So, on the fraying edge of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, an assassin plots to set Europe ablaze. To stop him, a washed-up diva must join forces with a detective who nearly ruined her life, and she's not at all sure it's worth it. I mean, let's count. What are the obstacles? What are the stakes? Who are the characters? And then using the formula that Erin dropped for us as well. Do we have this? Do we have a character and a description, a goal, motivation, stakes, or conflict?
We have a WhatsApp diva.
I love that. I love that character description.
Yeah, same. Must
detective who nearly ruined her life. So you have 2 clear characters and descriptions.
Right. Must do goal.
Right.
So the goal is they must join forces. The stakes,
to stop said assassin.
Right. I suppose the stakes would be Europe will get set ablaze. And the reason or motivation would be to prevent it, to stop him. The motivation is to stop him. So, like, all of the parts are here. Do we want to No apology necessary. Emma Harris says, sorry to make a screeching change from epic fantasy to historical thriller. That's all good. I feel like this has all of the components, though, that we really look for in an initial pitch. And do you have an alternative? Because I know if you're doing Pit Mad, which I think is what you said you're going to do next, you might have more than one pitch. Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would change about this, aside from maybe adding their names. But again, that's a pet peeve of mine, and that has nothing to do with like what other people care about or like.
Yeah, and I have to say that I've been told not to use names in pitches just because it doesn't provide information.
That's
so
fair.
Kevin doesn't tell us much.
It's
That's
essentially
fair.
using characters that you could use for Twitter pitch specifically. It uses characters that you could use to give to paint a picture of the character.
Right. Yeah.
Which
That's
is not
fair.
to say it's wrong to use names, just that I have definitely heard different things on that.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. I'm already the person who's just like fuck away with comp titles, so I guess that makes sense why I like seeing the names. But also, if you're already on the edge of your word limit or character limit, which is what's happening with Harris's pitch, then adding the names doesn't matter either, right? It doesn't change anything about this. I read, and I've heard differing opinions about whether or not to include names. And the one that I heard that made me decide, yeah, I do like seeing names, is kind of that thing about, I think something around setting your character apart, which honestly, your description of your character should do, like a washed-up diva, the detective who nearly ruined her life.
That is so it's very clear.
That gives a good idea too of what some of the conflict that's going to be in the story.
Exactly. Yeah, those descriptions do a really good job. So do you have other pitches?
You have your love triangle where you're caught between this. This looks like a hate triangle.
Lol. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, this is an epic hate triangle. And thanks for dropping Vienna Blood. I did not know that was a show. So I get to add something to my streaming.
Is it a show or is it a book? I don't know anything.
Show. It's a TV series.
Oh, you Googled it, I guess.
Yeah, I just did.
Cool. Let's scroll up then. Oh my goodness. There are so many things happening in Discord. I clicked the wrong link. Oh my god. Okay, scrolling on up back to the original prompt that we started with. Here we go. This is the rest of the thingy. Marcella is ready, but what she doesn't count on is meeting the god's oracle, who is the head of the troop and who knows Marcella's goals and has already told the god. Dun dun dun. Okay. So I think I figured out who is who here. The purple is Mia, the pink is Talia, and the turquoisey blue is Erin. Yeah?
It looks different on my screen.
Okay, well, yeah. That's okay. The screen everybody else is seeing is mine, so as long as I got it right.
Okay. I cannot confirm, but I assume that's right.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna... I can never remember what the shortcut is. Oh yeah, it is Alt Shift. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna try using this stuff from Story Sorcery. How can I describe the world, internal or external? So Marcella's world would be... Who is Marcella? Marcella is okay. No, Marcella is Troy.
Names for this.
It's Troy for us.
It's Marcella.
Right. The god's oracle, Marcella. So, and who knows Marcella's goals? Yes, Marcella knows Marcella's goals. Okay, so we've got Troy and Marcella, and has already told about. Okay, this is it. We've got the characters' names sorted out. So then, the internal, external world, I'm going to come back to that because that's the hardest thing. To describe the character, so Troy is Troy, a scoundrel. scoundrel bent on revenge. The obstacle would be to convince Marcella the Oracle. And then the stakes. What are the stakes? Like if Troy does or does not succeed, what happens? What happens? Then her partner just does not get resurrected. What will happen to Marcella if she's she's already discovered. Sorry, Troy. What will happen to Troy? Troy's already discovered. So
if Troy doesn't succeed, Troy will end up dead because Troy's death lines up with Marcella's goals.
This is true. This is true because Troy is the innocent. Troy is the innocent. All right.
Which is the last thing that Troy knows that she is. Troy doesn't know she's the innocent.
Right. Because Troy thinks she's a scoundrel.
Yeah.
Aaron's got his serious face on, and that means that she's like super into this pitch or something.
I'm trying to. I think I may have something to share, but give me a second.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this. Former. So if Troy succeeds, she'll die, but also her partner won't be resurrected. What happens if Troy succeeds? She'll also die? What happens if Troy succeeds? I do not know. I do not know this. I have not figured this out. Okay, Mia thinks that if Troy succeeds, maybe she becomes the new god.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that. So she forgets her goal to resurrect her buddy. All right, so if she fails, she dies. If Troy succeeds, something like this. So basically, Troy is a scoundrel bent on revenge. I don't think it's really bent on revenge anymore. It's really bent on saving, because like that motivation is changed now, right? It's all about saving. Well, this is she will spend her life on her own, right? We've totally like screwed this prompt. This prompt is entirely like this prompt does not apply anymore outside of Scoundrel and Oracle, which honestly I kind of love. Okay.
So this is fun. Oh, what did I do? What did I do?
I don't know. Where did you go? Where is your cursor? Oh, there you are.
Here.
Oh, Aaron, do you have your thingy? Are you ready to show us yet?
I have something, I think, but it is too long for a Twitter pitch. So I'm trying to...
drop it first. Let's see if we can cut it.
I'm just typing in character counter directly. So I'm cheating.
I actually don't like doing that because I found that it starts to like limit it can go two ways. Either it can help you really like work hard to limit your characters right away, or it will totally screw with your ability to like write
No,
things
it's
at all.
because I'm lazy and I don't want to copy and paste. So I just put it
You
in
don't
there.
have to copy and paste. You can literally just like highlight a sentence. Look.
I was working on this pitch here, and
I don't know which pitch you're talking about. Which pitch
I'm talking
here?
about the one with Troy. I'm still
Okay.
trying to think of a comp title besides Pirates of the Caribbean, and this
Yeah.
would be steampunk is what is you use the whole word, right?
Yes. I think this is more like a scam artist. I don't know that. Let's forget the scam artist. Troy. Um. Ah,
Sorry.
that's okay. Troy. This is you. Who's this? Talia. This is you.
Yeah.
Troy must steal the heart of the sea in order to resurrect her partner. She must learn the holy rituals from Marcella, who is fine with teaching Troy. Easier to betray from from inside the house. What? 233 characters. What is okay, so let's ask comps from the hold on. How wedded are we to the original stuff from the story generator, and can we just get rid of stuff that's getting in the way of a coherent story? Yes, absolutely we can totally get rid of those things. We're right now not paying any attention to the original prompt. Like the original prompt is all about like this is the original prompt. A scoundrel wants to outwit a god with the help of an oracle, but they live the rest of their life on the run. And then an oracle wants to defeat a scoundrel, but if they don't sacrifice an innocent, they won't meet the terms of the prophecy. That only like 30% of that applies to the story we're working with all of a sudden.
But to be fair, M. Harris, that is the whole point of a pitch. You get rid of everything that doesn't
doesn't serve that coherent arc or that coherent story.
Pitch. Exactly.
And that's exactly what I was getting at. So Erin mentioned earlier, and while you all are working on this, I will blurb a little bit. I will just like ramble a little bit about that.
Right.
But that's kind of the beauty of a pitch, is that, and also of working from a prompt. So prompts, the purpose of a prompt is to get us thinking about a story. That's what the story engine prompt did for us. It definitely got us thinking. It definitely gave us elements that we loved and elements we wanted to use and keep using. Great. The next step from that is developing a story from that prompt. And I'm seeing all the yeses, but like I don't know.
Okay, so yeah. So
63.
This is my attempt. I have 17 characters left according to my Twitter. To resurrect her partner, a professional scoundrel must infiltrate the thief god's acting troupe, outwit the god's oracle, and steal the heart of the sea. If she fails, she'll spend the rest of her life on the run, but wielding the heart means losing her humanity.
This is why Erin is the MVP of pitches. Thank you. This is why she's here, y'all.
That looks like the main main pitch.
And so then you could do POPCX. I don't know.
Yeah. Harris says, I guess that's an example of how if your pitch doesn't work, maybe the story doesn't quite work either. And yeah, that's what I was.
We had a lot of elements that were kind of random based on what we started with, and so
here's one that is less good. To avenge the death of her partner after the god of thieves abandons them, Marcella joins the Dawn Players, the god's own troop, to steal the god's power.
I like that.
Way to protect
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just reading it. Now Marcella must sell the biggest lie of her life or lose it. This is also pretty good.
Yeah.
Except you could lose some characters by saying to avenge her partner.
Yeah. 265 now.
Yeah.
Marcella joins the Dawn players. So
I'm trying to think of a comp that has gods in it.
if we're
What's that?
saying that we don't need character names, do we need the Dawn players? Can we just say Marcella joins the God's Own troop?
I think you could say
Yes.
either. I like
Like-
the name the Dawn players. Sometimes I do think that sometimes
It adds character, I
It
think,
adds
to the creator
character?
voice. Yeah.
If you have the room for it,
it depends
add,
on when
add
you have the
names
room
that
for it.
kind of give, I just add a little flavor. It's not the main ingredient, but a little spice for flavor. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that is what's wrong with my pitch.
Mm, 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 mm. 249. She mislead the holy place.
I think that you can definitely. I think you can abbreviate Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe it's just me because I used to be in
Yeah.
that fandom. But POTC is pretty recognizable to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
Oh, what is going on?
Oh.
I'm trying to think. It's a good.
And I think that's the thing with the comp titles. Like,
Maybe
what would be the
teach
other?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good comp title. And so this is what's hard about comp titles is, are you going to go for genre? Are you going to go for tone?
Yeah. And if we want to switch out for a second, I wonder if I can just drop. I'm not sure that it will work, but I'm going to try. Oops. I'm going to try to drop this here. No, it's not sharing. It's okay. I will switch. I'm going to switch to the pitch deck that from Bethany Batiste one more time. Polish your pitch, bitch. Okay. And if we scroll on up to comp titles, these are the kinds of things that you look for when you're trying to do a comp title, right? You want to avoid books that are too popular and overused, but also that have plots. Avoid using books which have similar plots, like Cinder meets Cinderella is Dead, because the two are too similar. They're basically both Cinderella retellings. You want to try to pick a book that is genre specific to show you know the market on your audience. You want to avoid picking comp titles that your story cannot live up to. So, like, don't pick Gone Girl if your main character isn't a psycho but badass bitch. You can also pick movies and TV shows. So, for example, with Pirates of the Caribbean, that's precisely what we're doing here. It's very... I think Pirates of the Caribbean does something to speak to, like, setting, but I don't think it speaks necessarily to plot.
I think it speaks to tone. I mean, to me,
Yes.
Pirates is like a
There's
romp.
some betrayal that takes place
That's fair.
in Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's fair.
But like,
I think that makes tone though.
with
what's that?
scoundrel characters, but
Yes, it does a lot. It speaks to the the fans of. So there's going to be a lot of things that you get from the Pirates of the Caribbean that you're going to get from this fake book that we are writing.
But we don't have I think the next comp title needs to be something closer to plot.
So in what movie or book was someone betrayed by a mentor?
What about the second Loch Lamora book?
LOCH.
It's The Gentleman Bastards. I want to say book 2.
Right.
And that one might work.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're washing your hands about, Harris. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. And yes, Onwe, you're right. It's tone, character, interaction style, and maybe pace. I would imagine that as well. But I think that maybe that I can't remember what is the name of the second book. Is it something red seas, red skies, red something? What is that? What is the second Gentleman Bastards book? I forget the name.
Let me see. The name of the series is Loch Lamora, right?
No, the name of the series is The Gentleman Bastards. Red Seas Under Red Skies. That's book 2.
I will be right back.
Okiooks. Mentors betraying the gentleman. So Watless is laughing at the Gentleman Bastard. The Gentleman Bastards is a series by Scott Lynch. The first book in the series is called The Lies of Loch Lamora. Not only is that a great title, but it is a really good book. I loved this book. The Lies of Loch Lamora was a fantastic book. The next books, not as great. The next books, I don't think lived up to the first, but I will say that I still enjoyed reading them. And I am still, I mean, there were some, they had their men writing women moments.
Romance, yeah.
But few books these days don't. Few books don't. And I don't think that it was so much that I did not want to watch, that I didn't want to watch it. I mean, not watch it, read it. I think The Lies of Loch Lamora I definitely would recommend. Okay. Let's see. To avenge her partner after the god of Thebes abandons them, Marcella joins the dawn players. The gods want troop to steal the god's power. But first she must swear to protect the god. Now Marcella must sell the biggest lie of her life or lose it. To resurrect her partner. I don't know how to abbreviate Red Seas Under Red Skies.
I put it in. It's 246 characters, so I'm still within the limit.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I'm wondering if we can do it for errands as well. Anyway. Oh. We cannot.
Yeah, I didn't have that much left. And I didn't put the tags in either.
Oh yeah. Can we do without professional scoundrel?
Yeah.
What if we said but success?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Success is gonna reduce the character count.
We're at 270, so we may have space for hashtags now.
Right. I like how my hashtags, like I'm saying that this book is steampunk AF.
What is the steampunk abbreviation? Is it
I don't
SP?
think is there one?
There might
I
be.
feel like steampunk is a pretty specific.
It might just be F.
Yeah, I think it's fantasy. I think that steampunk. So you might say something like steampunk pirates would be one way to do the steampunk POTC X. Yeah, exactly. And then you could just put adult. It's Pit Mad fantasy adult.
Okay, so if we did Pit Mad, let's do it the right way. Pit Mad adult fantasy. But now it's over again. So let's see.
Could you? Do you think it would be? You could go like this.
Maybe I was honestly just going to delete the spaces and leave the capitalization.
Yeah, that works.
282 now. Wait, no, that's actually less because it's counting the speed. 282.
Yep.
It is 282. Damn it. To resurrect your partner, a scoundrel.
Or you could
retreats.
also failure.
Take out the thief gods and just put must infiltrate a gods acting troop.
No. Done. Ta-da!
Yes. Ampersand.
276. And if we put, but if she fails back, but success, yes, okay. 280 exactly.
So do we want to go back to M. Harris's pitch? I feel
Yes,
like we
can.
didn't spend enough time on her.
I think I agree. But also, like, it was already like a freaking good pitch. Like, I did not know what to do with it.
It is a good pitch.
Um,
Do we want to try one of the Reddit style pitches for this one? That was so fun last time.
oh, we should.
What do we think? Today, what is it?
Today I fucked up.
Today I fucked up, or am I the asshole?
I think this would more likely to be a would I be the asshole if I let Europe
Oh my god.
boom rather than work with this detective that
Would I
almost
be the asshole? Another Reddit meme? Is that recognizable?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
WIBTA, and TIFU, I think, are the most recognizable ones.
Yeah.
Please
WIBTA falls under AITA.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Am I the asshole or would I be the asshole?
Would I be the asshole if I let Europe burn rather than work with the
we were I'm just gonna go through the comments that we missed. So the wash hands emoji was supposed to be clapping for me as pitch. Okay, I get it now. Yes, the Gentleman Bastard is a series, I think. Okay, so we can call her a thief rather than a scoundrel to save characters. But then we would have to repeat the thief god, and I'm not sure. We could also call her rogue. A rogue might be better, might be shorter, but then
rogue is shorter.
Yeah. Infiltrates. Okay. Then you don't need to specify that the god is a thief god. Yeah. Okay. So sure. So I've caught up with the comments. Let's get back to. I would love to. M. Harris, before we go any further, are you chill with us doing an Am I the Asshole and would I be the asshole for your pitch? Let's just make sure you're okay with this before we go like full into this. I'm just waiting for a yes or a no from the comments.
If she's still on.
I think she is. Her last message was only 3 or 4 minutes ago. So,
Okay, cool.
And then do we have a bit of a laugh?
She messaged in Discord. She said, "Oh, totally," and I assume that that's for the "Am I the asshole?" and the "Would I be the asshole?"
Yeah.
So, okay, Mia, if you're listening, we're moving on to Margaret. So we're doing a. Okay, yeah. Look, she dropped it on YouTube. We're going to do an "Am I the asshole?" / "Would I be the asshole?" / "Today I fucked up."
I wonder if I'm gonna noodle with this one.
Yeah.
To fuck an assassin. And then
Is the diva a drunk by chance, Margaret? Or just a washed up diva? Is there like drunken vice involved? Just out of curiosity.
What is T for?
Thriller.
Thriller. Okay. So this will make like an excellent second.
Maybe it's so we have space though. We could play.
I feel like it's a little light on the details.
Yeah.
We can flush it out, but that's the point of
she's widowed. Okay, she's widowed. So she's not a drunk, but she is widowed. Got it. All right. There is a delay. There is a delay between when I see your comments when you leave them when we say things. But I mean that's just it happens. The detective is the one with substance issues. Got it. So if we did this from the detective's perspective, what's his vice of preference? Is this a I carry a snuff box or I carry a flask? Which both? Which what kind of detective is this?
Ooh,
Snuff
opium.
box it is.
Oh yes, in the fine tradition of
Yep.
detective.
Okay.
Wait, was Sherlock Holmes? I think Sherlock Holmes was actually
also an opium addict. Yep.
I think he
No,
was
he was
cocaine.
cocaine.
Yeah,
Oh, was it? Is that
Yeah.
not an opiate?
he was coked up.
Isn't that basically the same thing, y'all?
No.
I guess not. No, you're right. As soon as that was out of my mouth, I was like, no care. It's not. It's really not the same.
The one that did heroin was the
We would either stop an assassin or die trying. The stakes are not low. Okay. Oh, he's a recovering opioid addict. Got it. Opium addict, I suppose, not opioid. Sherlock was a heroin addict. Yes. Thank you.
Sherlock was, canon Sherlock is cocaine. Elementary Sherlock was heroin.
Yes.
I don't know anymore. I gotta look
It's
it up.
all opiates. It's all opiates.
I'm a Sherlock head, so you know. Sad remember.
Now we're fighting in the Discord over whether Sherlock was a heroin or cocaine addict. All right.
Originally, according to my Google, the original Conan Doyle Sherlock used coke.
I'm never wrong about Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so M. Harris's original pitch is quite good.
Yes.
I don't know that I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it because it's very professionally done, right? On the other hand,
we gotta get some less professional ones in here.
Yeah, some fun ones. These are the ones that are gonna get Twitter people like ha ha ha.
Twitter loves a joke.
Yeah, Twitter loves jokes.
Yep.
I wonder. Are you guys hearing an echo? I'm hearing an echo of myself.
Talia, is that coming from your end? Because it's not coming from mine.
Let me mute and see.
I think it stopped anyway. I just heard it for a minute, so no worries.
Okay, because I know that. Oh no, I think Erin was saying she'll just hear it for a minute. So, but I think if it is coming from somewhere, because I noticed you're not wearing your headphones today, so it could be from that.
Yeah, my headphones aren't working at all. It's literally just there for show.
Yeah, I'm not wearing headphones either, so it could be me.
Now Europe is ablaze, and what? And what? I don't know.
And now what? It's a thriller. We need to get that excitement. You know?
I don't think the "and now what" is a great ending.
Yes.
Is this the time to say? Well, I guess if you're doing it, am I the asshole or would I be the asshole? The question is kind of in there, but I have also rules that are more like guidelines. I have heard do not put questions in your pitch. But
and my career is in ruins. Okay. Okay, so this is what I have for the today I fucked up. TIF you by skipping out on the detective that ruined my life and leaving him to find and stop an assassin all by himself. Now Europe is ablaze and my career is in ruins. FML.
I like that one, although I don't know if it. I think that M. Harris will have to let us know whether that actually represents.
Is that representative of?
Yeah.
Your book?
Do it, Mia. Type the thing. God damn it. Oh, is this a thing? I did not know this was part of the book. Okay.
Do we have insider beta? Ah,
Yeah. Okay, hold on. No. I know what comes next. Hold on. There is one more part to this today. I fucked up, Risha.
Could you combine it and be like, today I fucked up?
yes.
The emojis.
Yeah, we gotta lean on the
skipping
emojis.
out on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we gotta lean on the emojis if it's gonna be a Twitter pitch. So
Yeah.
what were you saying, Aaron?
I was gonna say, I don't know if this is like too galaxy brain, but could we combine "Am I the asshole" with "Today I fucked up"? Today I fucked up by skipping out on the detective that ruined my life and leaving to find and stop and assassin all by himself. Now Europe is a place and my career is in ruins. Am I the asshole? I don't know. I think that's too much.
We could, but like I guess the
I feel like it doesn't.
It's because of the convention. Because on Reddit, you start the thread with TIFU by what you did, and then AITA by whatever, or I did whatever. Am I the asshole? Right?
Yeah. And those are two completely separate channels or threads. So, so you'd mentioned, I also posted this on TIFU.
M. Harris said it's not representative of my book, but it's fun. How do people feel about using POV as a pitch? As in POV, you're a farm boy who's been recruited to defeat the evil empire or something like that. This is Star Wars, right? Like that's what this one is. Okay, cool. Just making sure that I'm not out of touch with
I like that POV. I'm gonna try. I haven't done one, but I want to try it like in my notepad, and then I'll copy and paste it over.
Horse, this is hilarious. Today I fucked up my detective.
I think it's hard to. I think that when your character is like, I'm just not gonna do anything, I feel like that is potentially less strong than a character who. I think it runs the risk of making the character seem inactive. And if I was gonna identify one thing in the original pitch that made me say,
What I think
you're not sure that it's
if I didn't do anything and put that in the one, but if I let Europe burn rather than with this addict detective, like that would fit better there.
Hold on, I want to drop this in there.
Okay.
Or is that cat things? Is that what's up?
My husband is doing stuff in the other room, so I closed the door, and now my shy beast is upset because she can't leave.
Okay, now we're at 301 characters for a pitch. So, ooh, I'm copying this in. Y'all will see. The people on Discord know. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna copy it, but I think, yeah, there you go. Mia's got it. I was about to just do a copy and paste.
Yeah.
I like the ... I mean, it's taking up space, but I like it so much.
What is the character count on it?
Oh, I like that.
For Twitter reasons. What is the character count?
333 characters. So today I fucked up by hiring the detective.
Take out who's turned into an extremist.
Yeah.
Today I fucked up by hiring the detective who ruined my life just by my former protege.
That sounds a big problem.
She's figured it out and has Accelerated. I feel like we could maybe
Take out figured it out and put in noticed.
Oh yeah, she noticed.
She noticed.
And accelerated. You don't need the has, I don't think.
Yeah.
She noticed and sped up her plan to assassinate a European head of state. My only skills are singing opera and shooting guns. I guess I have the power. Unfortunately, this is.
You know what I like?
What?
I can shoot the person planning to. All I can do is shoot the head of. Let me type it up separately.
Whatness wants to know: does everyone have a cat? Yes. Talia's cats, however, have 2 legs and 2 arms and are about this tall.
My cats have opposable thumbs and
have
go inside of my uterus.
Yes. So Talia's cats were homegrown. The rest of us adopted. Oh, look! Is that Drogon?
Yes.
But
She's very upset because I took away her escape route.
Oh.
Hey, can you not?
We're at 309.
Hey, come here. Okay. You know what? It's okay. You're okay. It's all gonna be okay. It's not okay. Hang on. Look, it's fine.
I think we need to take out this terrorist shit.
Okay, bye.
But 292. If we take out this terrorist thing.
Yeah, I think that. So
I think we need
former
that.
protege period. Yeah.
I mean,
former protege turned terrorist. Would that work? Is that still going to be too many characters?
Oh, we can take out former and just put protege turned terrorist. 279.
Oh.
Today I fucked up by hiring the detective who ruined my life to spy on my protege turned terrorist. Now she's going to assassinate a European head of state. My only skills are singing opera and shooting guns. Would I be the asshole if I just shot her myself? It's just like now my protege turned terrorist sounds like it's my protege and my terrorist.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That part's a little weird.
I mean, sometimes you just need to take ownership of a problem.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ooh.
Honestly, the most fun with these are when we decide to do the Reddit style ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have a Reddit style one for Maddie's story, though. I think I want one. Do we have time for that? Do we have time if I co-opt the pitch workshop group?
Ooh, all out of areas. Yeah. What do you
Ooh. My protege's asshole boyfriend is a terrorist. Spy on my now terrorist ex-protege.
Oh.
What kind of new mutant cat is that? What does she has human children? I don't know.
I have children. I have offspring. I have procreated.
Like
I have added to the legacy of humanity.
They're like cats, except they can talk back and they have opposable thumbs.
That is a long. It's not a long story, but it's a great story. But it's kind of relevant to what we're doing now. So, what do you think about the last one? Can I just shoot the would-be assassin of the European head of state myself? Skills, yeah.
I don't know if the "Am I the asshole" fits in this though.
I think
no, I think it works. Maybe would I be the asshole?
Yeah, would I be the asshole?
Yeah.
If what? Take out the if I just shot the yeah that is better. And take out the question mark after would I be the asshole?
I was looking at the wrong cursor when I did that.
Sorry, my bad.
So okay, I wanna give us a little bit of a pause here. We're at the 2 hour mark. I am having a great time and I'm happy to keep going. However, not everybody was budgeting 2.5 to 3 hours for this. So if
I
you need
do
to
not
go,
know that I
we
could
can
do another hour. I have
things to
reckoned
do. Yeah, that's cool.
I
So we
set
can wrap
myself
up.
a goal that may or may not be achievable. And
Oh, is that word count stuff?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, totally cool.
But I can stay on for a bit more. I just don't know that I can do a full hour.
Yeah, that's
maybe
fine.
we can wrap these up and then close it out.
I think so. I think we can just like start our little wrap up and move on. I think next time we need to start the Reddit the Reddit style ones earlier because they're too funny.
Actually, what I would recommend is people give us their pitches from beforehand.
From beforehand. Yeah.
Right? So we
didn't
can have it
do-
ready to go.
Yeah,
And
rather than crafting a story, we did go into some interactive story development at the beginning there.
It's true.
okay, I think we
As
have
fun
a
as that
name from
is,
the
which is
author.
very fun.
What I do have that I already had, and I thought that we would revisit it, but we didn't get the chance to because we jumped into all sorts of other things. And I mean, I think that part of that just kind of shows how much there is to this. There are a lot of things that you can do or can consider when it comes to writing and developing a pitch, much less using it as a diagnostic tool for your story. We talked about some of that today. We talked about some of that last time. We have this whole pitch deck from Story Sorcery that we haven't even looked at the rest of yet, which I think is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good resource. It's a really great resource. We also have a bajillion fake pitches by Mia Tsai. We worked on the Grounds for Change, Grounds for Divorce, pitch last time. And writer Faye Delacour, which I am pronouncing very badly because I do not have the French to do it properly with. But she gave us, when we were talking about pitches again the last time, like right after that, she gave us this really great romance formula. Is this person wants the thing, but they'll do X to get it until this attractive person shows up and wants the exact thing that one person wants goes. Sparks fly, but when they have to work together or fake date or do something or the other, they must choose between their chance at love or the previous goal. I would like to definitely apply this to the Grounds for Divorce fake query. I also think that Mia has a bajillion fake queries in our Discord server, among other places that we can really easily just pull out. There's one called That Lich Over There that I really want to use. I'm going to copy it here. Hold on.
Harris, I like your pitch version there in the comments.
Oh, hold on. Let's see what Emma Harris's pitch version is. Today I fucked up by hiring the detective who ruined my life to stop my protege from assassinating a European head of state. My only skills are singing opera and shooting guns. Would I be the asshole if I just shot her myself?
I think that's a good polish of what we had in the...
Definitely.
I hope to see that one, Harris.
Yeah,
on,
definitely. I definitely hope to see this. I really want to... Oh, no, I don't want to put her in a timeout. What? I wanted to copy it onto the doc to check the character count, but for some reason I can't copy comments.
I think I can.
Y'all can.
Here.
Y'all can. I can.
Yeah, good.
Why is that? That's so funny.
I think
Mia is laughing at That Lich Over There. It's yours. It's yours. You knew how funny it was when you wrote it. As a teaser, I'm going to drop That Lich Over There so that anybody who is interested in seeing us do a pitch for this can do so. It goes, when Jerry's fiance dies on their wedding night, he vows to do everything in his power to give her the big day she deserves so her ghost won't haunt him forever, including resurrecting her. In order to do that, he must seek his ex-girlfriend, a powerful sorceress who has never forgiven him for leaving her. That Lich over there is an 87,000 word paranormal romance for fans of Patricia Briggs and Marjorie Liu. Honestly, the title is just so good. It's honest. It's really just the title. Like, I could care less about paranormal romance, but that Lich over there is the best title.
Just
That is so good.
chef's kiss perfect.
Yes. Oh my god.
Just like your original pitch, M. Harris, that was just beautiful as well.
Yeah. And this is really great. I like this. I hope that you use this on the day of let's check 249.
Yeah.
If you include the hashtags and the titles.
Again, I would recommend pinning your original tweet.
Mm.
The original prompt, the original thing
The
that's
serious pitch.
Yeah.
You have one serious pitch and have two attention grabbers. Because this might not go in the back of a book, but you're going to get somebody giggling enough. Okay, yeah, you can get a like out of me. And that's going to put it back at the top of,
Well, not a like, a retweet.
a
It's
retweet.
only agents like.
Right. And that's going to just put that back up and it gets more eyes on your pitch, which ideally is what you want, because you want to generate that desire. Because it's like, wait a minute, Cambian's Law is now out. I felt like I have that on my to buy list.
It is
Right.
not yet out.
Right, but what I'm saying is that I saw it. I saw it last year. I saw it because people were retweeting it. I saw it because we were discussing it amongst ourselves.
She saw it because I kept screaming about it in private. That's
That is also true. But I saw it, first time I saw it was on Twitter. And I don't think we were friends. I think we added each other around that time. I said, oh, this is cool, and I think I might have done some shit like HBO, Netflix, tag HBO, Netflix, because why not, right? I did that. If I like it, I can't recall if I did it with yours, but I do recall doing that for like some others.
When it comes out, we'll tag HBO Netflix.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Again. Yeah,
What we can also do for Cambian's Law is do a fantasy cast. Like, we create a fantasy list, like who we want to see in the road.
Do we do that? You have face claims. We had like we spent
We
like
definitely did that.
hours.
We did some face claiming in
The
Discord.
Discord. I know this because Lewis Tan.
Because who?
Give me a second. Lewis Tan.
That was one of our face claims for the love interest.
Love interest.
Yeah.
Yes. BL says we should have a launch party for Cambian's Law and maybe an unboxing. I would totally do an unboxing if I thought I would get a hard copy in anything
reasonable time.
reasonable time frame.
Yeah.
Like, short of FedEx, it's not gonna happen. So, but I could do like a Kindle. We could do like a Kindle unboxing because I have the big tablet now with the cover.
Yeah. We could probably get one of the others who are in the US to get a physical hard copy.
I mean, Erin, I'm sure could also like unbox her physical hard copies.
Yeah, I should be getting those sometime around the time of launch, so I should definitely do an unboxing thing.
That would be
And we
super
could
cool.
potentially do it on stream.
Hold on. There's one more. I just want to copy this. One more from Margaret. Let me go back to the file. She dropped this one for us in Discord. What? Right.
Oh, I like that. Emotionally constipated detective.
That's
Yes, and an
hilarious.
opium habit.
I think if you're going to go with the TIFU, take out the would I be the asshole.
So you can also, this would just be, I think they work okay here. It's
I think
really
it does
hard
work
to get them
okay
to work
here.
together. But this works okay here. Okay. If you wanted to make this just a would I be the asshole, it would just be I hired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have like 269 characters.
Yeah.
276.
I don't know. I think they work okay together.
I think so too. I usually don't, but this does work really well.
Yeah. It usually, yeah.
Yeah, they don't usually go together, but this time, I think it does the job.
Yeah, I
pretty
really
cool.
like that. I really like the emotionally constipated detective with peaches.
That's hilarious.
I love a hot mess character. Just
Yes.
one of my favorite things ever.
By disasters.
Yes.
I think one of these should be like, and I'm all out of areas, like just one
Oh
of them.
yeah, I like that.
Just one of them. Because
What
I shot for myself.
Guns, and I'm all out of areas.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And
It's getting
I'm
too
all
long
out of
though at
areas.
that point, unfortunately.
It's like closer to a serious pitch, but you know, it gets you with that twist.
Maybe.
It gets
I
you.
don't know. I want to see it written, but it does sound like it'll be pretty good.
No.
No, not now. We're trying to wrap up. Wait, slow down. Next time.
Well, and hopefully this sparks some ideas for our audience and how they can play around with their pitches to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can write it in first person or in third person. That was one thing that shows up really well with the Today I Fucked Up pitches. There's a lot of ways to play with it to add interest and gain attention. Although I will say that the number of times that your tweet is retweeted does not necessarily mean that agents are going to like it either. But it does add to the likelihood that they will see it.
Yes.
Which is
and also if your goal with that Twitter pitch goes beyond just trying to get an agent like and perhaps trying to build community, it's a great way to do that, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely want to, and next time I'm going to be greedy because it'll be our third pitch stream. I don't have any TIFU or AITA versions of my pitch for Maddie and Owen's story, which incidentally I also don't have a title for anymore. I could talk about Project Obia, and people know what that is, but nobody knows what this one used to be called Rakshasa Rising, but that title does not fit for this
you
story.
Still haven't found a new title for it.
I'm right now calling it The 9 Nights of Maddie Singh, actually, which was again Erin's idea. I'm telling you, Erin is the MVP of this shit. Like, one more time. Yeah, so right now that's what I'm calling it. So far, it's the title that I think resonates the most with me, and I think is closest to the truth.
Is this for the short story, or is this for the series?
No, this is for the book. This is for the one book.
The one book. Oh, right.
Yeah. Standalone with serious potential. It's just for the one book. But I don't have a TIFU or an Am I the Asshole version of that pitch. All I have is the one serious pitch, just the one. And so
are we going to workshop for you next time?
Absolutely. Next time I'm definitely going to get you in on workshopping this for me. But also, I agree. I think
you can do a checklist.
Well, let's figure that out next time.
Yeah.
But
maybe next time we could do you could do specific gimmicky style pitches. Checklist, TIFU, AI, TA. Am I the asshole? I'm much better at saying the swear words than I am at saying acronyms. But
same. I think I only manage the TIFU because that one's short.
I feel very curious about how agents feel about those kinds of pitches.
I have no idea, but they're funny as shit. So.
I think what I personally recommend is that you pin your serious tweets, right? And you can do like a reply tweet to yourself, like create a thread, so that, or you just use other tweets that you don't pin during the time, so that you can get other people interested as well. Because you need, to me, if I were an agent, which I am not. If I were an agent, if I can see that someone can market themselves that well, right? If I know you can get a chuckle out of an interviewer, it's easier for me to schedule an interview with someone. Like, hey, listen, The book okay, the book good, right? The book real good. And yes, it have other real good books out there, but she funny as shit. Right? You will
Do
enjoy.
agents do that? I don't think agents are the ones who schedule. You'll need
Or
like
your
a
manager,
publicist
or
or something.
it
Yeah.
like, to me, it doesn't. It not the agent, but like your manager, whatever. But
Yeah.
you could, like, it's easier to market someone who can market themselves.
Well,
That's
and yes, that is a huge part of today's
Yeah.
publishing world too, and I can speak to that a little bit, is that you do have to market yourself. And I don't think that a lot of authors realize that going into the business. There's a ton of self-promo and a lot of skills that are required to when you get into that step. And I don't know if agents specifically look for that, but if I were an agent, it would definitely be something that I thought about. I don't know if it would be a determining factor, but it would definitely be a plus. I don't know.
Yeah. I've heard the same thing. I've heard that there are agents out there who, if they see what you're following is like and it is big, they are much more likely to give you a second glance. But I've also heard the opposite, where their agents just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's more for nonfiction than fiction.
Definitely.
As far as the following, I think that I've seen advice that says, like, yes, you need a huge Twitter following, but I don't think that's true for fiction necessarily. I think that for nonfiction, there's definitely an advantage to having a following. But I think for fiction, it's more about concept.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've definitely seen folks who send queries and they're just like, I have a Twitter following of this many people and I do this many appearances and I do all of these other things.
I don't necessarily think it's a minus, but
No,
I
no,
also
it's
wouldn't
not.
say that agents require it.
I see the queries that talk about those things, and I don't think that any of the inboxes I read are folks who do nonfiction. It might be, but they might be, but I don't look at those. Like, if
And
it's
when you read a query that says that, how do you feel about it?
I'm kind of like, why are you telling me this, bro?
Right.
Based on what I've seen, in terms of like the people who get large advances and so on, I see people with large followings get advances that look like they're more based on the following than they are on actual quality and content of the book.
That's fair. But I think that does come back to that concept of marketing, right? Like, if your advance is based on how much money they think this book is going to make, and that may have, I mean, I don't know. I don't work on that side of things to say that I know how much, how they weigh things. But then, a big advance tends to mean big marketing, because obviously they're going to spend the money on getting this book marketed so that it is made, like, so that the advance is made
paid
back
off,
faster,
right?
Is made back faster. Like, if they spend enough money on your book, that if they spend enough money on your book, they're going to want to make that money back, right? They're going to spend.
What is going to get them to want to spend that kind of money? Are they going to say, okay, I'm not going to go with Care, who has 8,000 followers. I'm going to go with Nicola with her 3 friends, 2 followers, and 1 fan, right? Let's spend that money on Nicola because, you understand what I'm saying? It's like if our books are equal, they're going to go with you because you have that bigger following than I do.
Maybe, but I don't know that it gets to that point, right? Like, I think once you get past the editor who says, I want to take this to the table, get my colleagues to look at it, and if they pass it, we head into acquisitions and figure this out. Like, once you get to that point, I don't know what it takes to get to that point, right? Like,
right.
I don't know that they sit down and they're like, okay, well, let's assess how many followers this writer has before we decide whether or not to pick up the book. I think maybe that is something that they think of after. But I
think like it's like I don't think that it's as small of a consideration as people think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I definitely like to know from a publishing professional perspective, because at this point I feel like I'm just guessing at what they actually look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I should have asked that when I had the opportunity to. I may try to do that again in that case because I think that there's definitely somebody on the team who looks at the marketability of the human involved, which is the writer. Um, but I don't know how much weight that is because obviously you do. I'm pretty sure they do like a profit loss assessment on a book at that point when it's a possibility, when acquiring it is a possibility or whatever.
Right.
And that is a big question to ask. That's definitely something that they ask about. Anyway, that has nothing to do with pitches. So I will do probably what I did last time and do another Twitter poll for when do you think is good for the next pitch. It's not a bad word thing. I will also try to maybe I do these prompts live because I think it's more fun that way. But if we have enough human beings who are chill to actually give us their own real life pitches, that would be great. Because it's a lot more fun, I think, than the made up pitches. So
Well, I think that the made up pitches are quite fun, but it definitely takes up a lot of time to develop the story and then pitch it in the same session.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna work on my pitch for duens and doulas.
Yes.
Definitely. So I will do that. I will throw out a poll for folks to share their Twitter pitches, and as well as a poll for when next we should do this. Everybody who is live is invited, right? Erin, if you are willing to be perceived yet again, I would love to have you. Talia,
This
as
was
well.
really fun.
Yes, good. And I'm going to lobby super hard for Mia to just get her ass on screen. I don't see why not.
Tell her she doesn't have to be on camera.
That's true. She does not have to be on camera. Just like her voice needs to be present. She can also just type.
Literally, just stop mic.
Yeah.
Stop cam. Sorry.
Yes, we knew what you meant. It's fine.
Yeah.
Words aren't real. According to my husband, which is ironic because we're both writers. Anyway, all right. So let's just do some closing thoughts, I guess. Talia, do you want to go first, and then Erin, and then I'll wrap up, and then we'll end the stream.
No, because I don't want to go first because I just got caught off guard. So somebody else do closing thoughts.
Okay. I can go unless Erin, you want to go first.
You go.
Okay. My closing thoughts are one, this is hella fun. I'm really excited to do this again and again and again. And I hope that between all of us, our schedules make it possible for us to do this. Maybe not necessarily every week. I think that's going to be a lot for people. But maybe like every 2 or 3 weeks, if we did one of these, I think it would be a lot of fun.
It would be fun to do one right before
Pit Mad.
The madness.
Yeah, definitely. That's just like that's not too far away now. I think that's maybe a week and a week and a little bit away from today.
Yeah, you're right.
So
is it the beginning of September?
I think it's like the 3rd or 4th of September. Something
Okay.
like that. Or the 2nd, maybe. I don't know. It's close. But there will also be another Pit Mad like in December, so we could have lots before that.
There's always another pitch party.
Exactly. Right. There's DV Pit in October, if I recall correctly, too. So we've got opportunity. But I definitely like to do this, keep doing this, and we can try to get more niche with certain things like the TIFU and the MI the Assholes. We can also do the list stuff like Talia was mentioning, and the polls. I think, Erin, you had mentioned that too, lists and polls and other ways of doing it. And yeah, I will put that stuff out for folks. But I do hope that the writers who are watching, they learn more about pitches and building pitches. And they also learn more about how to use your pitch as a diagnostic tool. I think that today was a really good example of that because we had that prompt that we just had to like throw shit out of to get a story that worked.
Yeah.
And I hope that we can do more of this. That's it. Those are my closing thoughts. Who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
Oh, you can go ahead.
No. Okay. I'll just do it for brevity's sake. I think we should be working on, again, like Erin said, we should be working on real pitches because we're going to have more time to work on said pitch as opposed to being able to, we have to create the story and then, I do like the story engine though, and I think that is a separate stream.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Right? Well, we can put it out and people can do like, you know.
Or you
like,
could do a pre-poll with some of the options from
That's
it.
a good idea. I can try that.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a random person. Jerry After Hours.
Hi, Jerry.
Catch it at the end, but I'll be rewatching this. I don't see many writers on stream, so I'm interested. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
You should catch Jerry if it's still up, which I think it should be. There is a stream before this one that I think you might be.
Yeah, because the stream broke.
Because this is the second time doing a pitch stream, and I think that the first one gives some pretty good context for this one.
For a lot of things that are taking place.
Yeah, for a lot of things that we're doing in this one. So definitely check out that one as well. It's also about 2 hours long.
Yeah, and you can catch it on YouTube. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you save your Twitch streams.
What?
You don't save your Twitch streams. Yours don't automatically save.
Oh no, I don't think so because I'm not an affiliate or anything on Twitch. I just like stream to all the places.
No, you need to set it to save.
Oh well, I mean, I'll do that later. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Find me on YouTube. It's easier that way. Just please.
Yeah, Carol Alexia on YouTube. Yes,
that. Yes, he says, okay, for the sake of continuity, I will. I think I interrupted somebody. Erin, was that you? I interrupted.
Talia was giving her thoughts and I interrupted, so I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just think that we have some really good ideas to continue. But I think that we can separate the brand, so to speak. So you have your story engine prompts as one thing, and we can develop a story from there. So that can be like developing a story idea and pitches as being something else, you know?
Maybe. I think my big concern around people's real life pitches is that I felt like there was a limited pool of people from whom we would get pitches. That's the one thing, in which case that would run out pretty quickly. But also, even if we expanded that pool, or we tried to expand the people I reached to volunteer pitches to us, that's kind of tough. Like, some people are afraid to share their. I mean, we are workshopping this live. There is no telling what sorts of feelings you might get from that process. I do think that it's not unheard of. Like, certainly there are going to be people who are doing things like Mock Pit and whatever, and they want to have their pitches workshopped. And I think that would be great if you were one of those people to share with us. But I don't know, it just feels weird. Like, if you are on stream and you want to volunteer, yay, I'm really happy for that. But it feels like I'm saying, get on stream and workshop your pitch. Let's tell you how bad it is. Because that's
I have a couple ideas for that I will run by you separately, though.
Okay, yeah, because I think we will talk about that, but we don't necessarily, I don't think that we say bad things about people's pitches, but people might feel that way even if that's not what we do. Because it's the thing. Yeah.
Well, we could also bring our own fake pitches, or I just think that it'd be a good idea to have kind of something set up beforehand so we didn't have to develop it on.
Yeah.
Stream. But regardless, right. I like hanging out and talking about whatever. So
no, but you're right. It would definitely save time. So I think the poll that you mentioned, though, Erin, that's a fantastic idea. I'll do a couple prompts with it, and then I'll drop like a poll for people to pick one, and then
everyone loves a poll.
Yeah. That sounds cool. Okay, Erin, it's your turn for closing thoughts.
Had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on. I would love to see people share their pitches in the comments next time if you want to. M. Harris, thank you so much for sharing your pitch and letting us noodle around with it. That was really fun. And Mia, I don't know if Mia's still watching, but come on stream. Join us.
Come be perceived.
Come be perceived.
Come to the perception side. We'll give you cookies.
Come and be perceived. If I can do it, you can do it. Thank you everyone for watching. And I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Jerry. We look forward to
Yes.
seeing and hearing more of you next stream also. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. We are like a whole 29 minutes and counting over the time we said we'd end today, which is just a sign that we had a lot of fun. So I will talk to you, I guess, on Twitter when I make that poll for when next we should do this. All right. Bye, everybody. End broadcast. Bye.